Here I am in the fabulous foyer, all limestone clad, personal elevator, a service elevator. You are greeted by this fabulous alabaster Buddha boy, which I love, and this is from Hong Kong. You have fabulous art and furniture throughout, but most important, this is a safe penthouse. So
Hi, Rayni.
Hi!
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. We have so many people tuning in for this first ever live listing tour with Williams and Williams. Thank you for doing this for us. Tell me, first of all, where are we?
We are at Penthouse 19 in the Wilshire House. This is one of my favorite buildings in the Wilshire Corridor. It's a really highly sought after building. People love the Wilshire House, and this is 2 units put together. So it's one of the largest units. It's just under 7,000 square feet.
Wow, and you're going to take us through for an exclusive tour. No one's seen this property yet. It's not even been in the press, and we get to see it first and foremost here, but you also have showings later today. After this tour, you're getting a big response.
Yeah, I think the big response is because of the safety and security, and this is the perfect place to shelter at home if you have to. It also, it has a bunch of things like the Delios air system, which is great for allergens and toxins, and also.
I love that. I love that. Well, without further ado, take it away and show us the Penthouse 19E.
Okay, come on in. So we're in the foyer. I just got out of the elevator. There's a personal elevator and a service elevator. And look at this limestone. It's a completely limestone clad elevator. You have a Buddha here from Hong Kong that is an alabaster Buddha, some fantastic art adorning the walls. You're going to see furniture throughout the house. It's a mixture of modern, mixture of antiques. Come with me this way.
You can tell they're major collectors. There is art around every corner.
You just began. You have no idea. This is where the door, with the touch of the button, would close off. This is a safe door, a fire door. There's one on either side. So this is the only cutout in the 2 units. Otherwise, they flow seamlessly.
Wow. So so these doors protect the buyer from fire, from intruders. What does it protect them?
All of that, all of the above. Wow. In fact, nobody can access or come up here even from the lobby if you decide to close the doors.
I was going to say, push it. Let's see.
Yeah, sure.
I want to see these. Wow. That is real deal security there. Wow. That's insane.
Kind of noisy, but it does this on both sides.
Wow.
So now you're completely locked in. This is what would be sort of the main living areas, because you've got the kitchen, dining room, an office. And I was going to go the other way, but since we're here, come with me this way. I want to show you.
Gem 942 says, stops my sister stealing my clothes. Yes, that is also a feature of the drop-down garage, the drop-down security. I love that.
So here, this is a gorgeous dining room with a custom hand-blown chandelier that was designed by the owner. It's actual feathers. It's a really beautiful piece of art. This table is exquisite. You'll see the walls have sort of like a very cloudy, serene feeling with the wall covering. Yes. One of the finest wine cellars I've ever seen. You can see the beautiful woodwork throughout. This is
Rayni, this is crystal clear. We're back. Why don't we start from the beginning again? Tell us a little bit about where we are right now.
Yeah. You want to go back to the beginning from the foyer?
Not too far, no. Where it's clear. Just stay here and do a little walk and talk with me. We're at Penthouse 19E.
We are at Penthouse 19 in the Wilshire Corridor. It's 2 units, contiguous units that were put together. And these make one of the largest units in the building. The Wilshire House is a very, very prestige building. It's an A building in the Wilshire Corridor. This is a safe unit, safe, complete sanctuary. You have everything from wellness to safety and security all in one, with views, with top of the line finishes. So,
I love it. And behind you, that's one of the safety doors that you lowered.
Yes.
Which is so funny, because I think when we lowered it on the last tour, it actually cut your Wi-Fi connection.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I should have checked with the owner about that. Yeah, so
That's how safe it is.
it probably is. So this one closes as well.
Yeah, but go the other way.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, go the other way. Don't close that door because you'll lose us.
So just to see where we're situated, the foyer is here. This is a limestone clad foyer with 2 elevators, 2 emergency exits. And once we close these safe doors, not even the lobby staff could get up here, but you could have access from the fire department or anything you needed from these exit stairs.
So the whole penthouse almost acts as like a safe room in essence.
Exactly. It's like the chicest safe house in the sky. It's a penthouse in the sky. I think it's people that love safety, security, but they also love living well. It feels like you're in a house, you know, and you have these incredible views. You have views all the way around, which we're going to see when we walk.
Well, show us the rest of the place in the chicest penthouse in the sky and safest.
I don't know if any of you caught the last part, but now we are on the master wing. So if you follow me down this beautiful corridor, I'm going to show you the master bedroom. Everything closes off. So there's always a door that is a soundproof door and a safe lock door. Before you enter the master, you've got that behind her. You've got storage that's all really beautifully tucked away.
This entrance, wow, what's that?
So this actually is coveted by the Getty. They dated and signed it, and they have been after these owners to get it. They found this in Thailand. And really beautiful piece. The color and the gold on it is exquisite. You know I love Buddhas, so that's one of my favorite features. Take a peek in here and see this is the her side of the closet.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. And we can't see inside this closet.
No woman should ever show you inside her closet.
It feels like it has a great energy with that entrance and the Buddha and the lighting. It just feels very calm.
Yeah, the energy throughout the entire penthouse is very calm. It's a really just a serene place. This is your sleeping quarters. Again, it closes off. This is a magical place. Take a look at this view. Right?
Wow. What are we looking out at?
You're looking at, this is the northerly view, and then it goes all the way westernly here, if you follow my finger. So you have the snow-capped mountains here where I'm pointing. That's the west. And these are beautiful. Fabulous blackout shapes. The walls are all silk, Alex. It's
oh my God, let's see those silk walls.
This is a New Zealand wool, so it's not treated. It's just an all natural organic wool material that feels so amazing on your feet.
It's spectacular, spectacular. And those walls, they look, what is on the walls? It looks treated or iridescent. Silk.
It's a raw silk. Yes, we don't need any peanut butter fingers on here. How do you clean silk?
Wow, I love that.
Alex? You don't.
I just love this to see the details. It's amazing. Take us more. And wait, what's the price of the penthouse? Someone's asking in the comments.
Sure, $23,890,000.
It's spectacular for all that safety, and you said it comes with a special system.
Yeah, the Delio system, which look up here. You can see these cutouts throughout. So the Delio system is an environmental UV rays system that comes through the HVAC. So it's a super expensive. Your builders out there, or if you're owners that are looking to put different touches in your home, it's great for allergens. Times like this during COVID, it completely takes away the toxins and can kill viruses.
And those systems aren't cheap.
No, it's over $100,000, but I would say, this was all put in pre-COVID just for, people that are very conscious of what they're breathing in and everything. And they, said it's the best money they've ever spent. It's becoming a more popular feature. People are starting to
I feel like you could live a very healthy life in here. What's to the left of you? Or your right?
This is to the right is the view. You have a fabulous sitting area, and then you have the view. So this is his closet, but it also kind of acts as his little, you know, office or just kind of his little
I would
sanctuary.
love that. Let me see his closet. Let me see his closet. Oh, that's a great shot. That's an amazing shot. Yes, take us back. That's amazing. I can see the balcony. Does it wrap around the entire area? The entire unit?
It does.
Wow. Look at that.
Look at this gentleman's closet. The carpet is cashmere plaid. It's really masculine.
Oh my God, how cute is that?
And look at the top, this beautiful, it's sort of like that, yeah, like a deep burnt orange almost leather top.
It's like an Hermes leather.
Out. I mean, everything is thought of here. This is his shower and beautiful Japanese soaking tub around the view.
Wow, just stunning. To sit in that tub and look out at that view, it's to die for. And this is just his bathroom. She has her bathroom, and it's connected with the master suite and a balcony, a wraparound balcony. I love the piece of art behind you in the shower.
Yes. Oh, and then, of course, the sitting stones, which are these beautiful wood.
Wow. They truly have a spectacular taste. And that's the Delio system in the shower, too?
Yes.
Show us more, Rayni. I love it.
Okay, come with me.
Everything they've chosen is so chic and so spectacular. And as you said, one of the safest penthouses in the sky.
It's true. And one of the best. 72 cameras just alone for the building. It's an incredible,
that's crazy.
Full service building.
We'll talk about it later when you sit down after we're done, but I want to know who you think the buyer is for this property. But first, show us, is that the wine room?
Yes. Come see this.
Oh my God.
It holds 3,000 bottles.
I'm dying. What, 3,000 bottles? And it's stocked full to the brim, people.
Yes, with the best of the best. They're also wine collectors and connoisseurs. So inside is temperature controlled. I'm not going to go into it. You see the finest inlay of wood, and the craftsmanship's incredible.
The wood looks walnut, and every bottle in there is just spectacular.
Yes, spectacular. Get David, and he'll take him through. Okay, so we're going to go.
Is that David Osmond? Who's that?
Yeah, that's my love, David Osmond. Let's come into one of my favorite rooms. This is the living room. As you can see, they opened this up to make it one long open living area.
Wow.
Which is so thought out, because if you think about the old unit, this was obvious. This was probably chopped up into, you know, maybe this was bedrooms or whatever. But to have this long, wide living space where you have just different areas. This is where everyone's going to hang when you're you know, having a party. So the owners were smart to put a bar to service just this room here. So you can have, you know, if you wanted a bartender here, or you have everything, a little kitchen fully ready to serve your guests. And then the view wraps all the way around.
Yeah, let's see the view, Jackson. Wow. Take it in slowly. I love that the art of the living room is the view, and the cityscape of Los Angeles, that is your wall art. Just breathtaking. And a view that you don't typically see of Beverly Hills and the hills, and even all the way to the ocean.
Exactly.
Jackson, can we have a seat and talk to her? Yeah, let's wait for it to clear.
Yeah.
It's a little choppy. So, Rayni, tell me, who do you think your buyer is for this property?
I think the buyer is probably somebody like the sellers that custom built this for themselves. They have multiple homes. So I could see it being somebody that has maybe a place somewhere else and wants this to be their LA, easy, close it up, but yet they're not, they still need the feel of a home, because this really does. I mean, it's spacious. It's almost 7,000 feet. So I think it could be that. Or what I'm finding is, especially after COVID, people have rethought, you know, different things, and they're rethinking how they want to live or what works for them. So I could see a family here. I could see a New York family coming from New York and coming here and being very used to the vertical lifestyle, and they love that. It's very centrally located. You guys know where we are. We're in the Wilshire Corridor, so it's kind of like, you know, central to everything.
And a lot of people watching don't really understand. They just drive down things. You were telling me there's actually a rating of condo buildings on Wilshire, of an A, B, and C buildings on Wilshire. Mm-hmm. Can you explain that to us, like what it means to be in an A building?
Yes. So a lot of the Wilshire Corridor has been around for a long time. So there are some buildings that haven't been updated or renovated in a long time. Those are the C buildings. The B buildings are just okay. They don't have much, you know, special about them, and they're not situated in the part of Wilshire to access the views. And this is an A-rated building. The people that live here generally never leave. In fact, these people are only leaving to relocate to another unit in the building, funny enough.
Wow.
And the reason is they're just not spending as much time in LA. So another small unit came up, and they were like, well, this is kind of a sign for us. We should just, you know, scoop that up and take that, and then they'll let this one go because they are spending time, like I said, in different places. So I think people that want this building in particular, the Wilshire House, they wait for it. I have friends and clients, and they're good friends of my in-laws, that waited, and they lived on Alpine, and they waited and waited for years until a unit came up here, and they did also 2 contiguous units. And
wow.
So that people wait for the Wilshire House.
You can tell it's special, but also in these times, the safety of this unit, I think, was what really sold you on taking the listing. You don't do a lot of condos. And so
if I do a condo, it's just the best condo. So, you know, I have another penthouse that I love that I could show you at some time. But for me, I like to be specific in what I take and believe in what I take. And I really believe in this unit. I love their fit finish and their quality. And I love that they built it for themselves, and you could feel the love.
Yeah.
And I don't know, and this would come out in a negotiation, but it's so thought out and it's so well designed and done. Somebody could come in here, like a lot of really perfectly done places that I have, and somebody's like, I want to buy this lifestyle. And that's what Brandon and I always say, we sell lifestyles. And if that were the case, you know, somebody could say, listen, I want the flowers, I want everything. And, you know, usually in deals like that is excluded, but you just never know. I mean, this is done and it's easy. Somebody buying at this level has probably built before. They know the headache that these owners went through and doing this, and they want something easy.
Yes, and I love that. I think the buyer's actually going to want some of that art because, and the fixtures and some of what they've put in, because it fits so beautifully. And I love it. So who do you think, you said you've had showings on the listing. You actually have 3 today on this listing. Who do you think where do you think your buyer is going to come from? Is this an international buyer? Is this a local buyer? What are you seeing?
It could be international, but I feel that it's a local person, and they're kind of right under our thumb, and they are transitioning. That's what my heart tells me. I've been wrong many times before. I could be wrong. It's just kind of what my gut is telling me. I'm not basing it off of anything other than that.
Are you seeing a lot of people asking, are you seeing a lot of people driven by COVID, like they want something that's safe and secure, or are they just looking at what's the biggest selling point for people that are walking? Is it the view? Is it the building?
We are so busy with COVID needs and requests. We're busier than ever. We have to do it more methodically because, you know, we can't host open houses and we can't just show it to anybody. There's disclosures, there's masks, there's the whole thing. I'm by myself, so that's why I don't have a mask and the gloves and the whole thing. But anybody that comes in, we will do it that way. So it's a production. And when I have a philosophy in real estate, the harder it is to show, the more inconvenient time that it is, the more real people rise to the occasion, because you're not going to go out of the house in your full-on COVID gear if you're not really serious. And Brandon and I have been extraordinarily busy right now because the COVID has been a time of reflection and really deep thought for families on what they want their lives to look like.
Exactly.
The safety, security, the time with their family. It's just been a great time of reflection. And I think out of that has come a lot of desires, whether it's downsizing, whether it's upsizing, and there has been a lot of upsizing. I think people are afraid if we have to shelter in place again come the winter, just, you know, looking at the statistics of pandemics, because they say there's never been a pandemic that hasn't had a second reoccurrence. So people are getting ready and wanting that safe place for themselves.
And this is the window right now to do it in. And I was talking to you before and I asked you, you know, I wanted to ask you a few questions separate from the listing, which is gorgeous. This condo is to die for. It's not a condo, it's a penthouse. Like we said, the safest, chicest penthouse in the sky. And I'm so, you have to see the photos that we're going to post on our social media later. The house shoots beautifully as well as tours. But I wanted to ask you separate questions, Rayni.
Sure.
We are asking everyone this week on the show, if they had a billboard on Sunset, what personal mantra would they put as the billboard on Sunset? What do you think your personal billboard would say if it was on Sunset Boulevard?
I think it would say, live out your dreams.
Are you living out your dreams?
For sure.
For sure. I've seen your kids.
My billboard would say, live out your dreams, what I've learned from COVID. And I think his last question was, what have I learned to say no to? Are you there, Alex?
He's not
yet. He's going to be on in a minute. So what I answered Alex when we got cut off was what I've learned to say no to, I think, has been excessive meetings back to back, just meeting after meeting after meeting that can maybe just be a phone call or a Zoom or an email, you know, and just kind of carving out a little bit more space in between the meeting after meeting, and also more family time. And that has definitely, I think, been the lesson in all of it, has been slow down.
More no's have, for me, come up around just excessive anything. So excessive dinners with friends or excessive social engagements. I think less is more, and being at home really felt good during COVID. And I think we've all learned to work from home. We've all learned to communicate in different ways. Zoom has been, I think, huge for everybody. And there was always that funny little meme that went around that said, I'm so tired of lunches or coffees that should have been an email. And I think that that's like been my COVID motto, is that if it can be done in a simpler, easier way that's more respectful of each person's time, why not do it that way? So that's what I've learned to say more no to. What have you guys learned to say no to? Let us know. And thank you for tuning in. Thanks for joining the tour of the Wilshire House, Penthouse 19. And we'll show you something cool next week as well. If you have any questions on this penthouse, DM me or email us. Our info is on our page. And we look forward to seeing you again. Thanks.